literally, it was like a rocket ship for, a lot of my mastermind members and clients and people I chat with. It was just like, boom, because now digital was the only way people could actually reach them.
Okay, Jason, so where we're at today, 2020, October, at the time of this recording, middle of COVID-19, what are your thoughts on starting an agency now? What are your thoughts on this particular area?
Perfect time, like literally the most absolute perfect time to create it right now, because there's still, a lot of the world is still pretty much shut down. They can't really, meet in person. So they're looking for people that understand digital marketing that can actually reach. I remember when COVID actually started happening back in March, everybody took a big dip for a couple weeks, and then literally it was like a rocket ship for, a lot of my mastermind members and clients and people I chat with. It was just like, boom, because now digital was the only way people could actually reach them. When we have down economies, and I go back at when I started in 99, it was literally the .bomb era. And then we went through 9/11, and then we went through 08, and now obviously we're going through this. A lot of the agencies that I've interviewed or I'm working with, that are really successful, they started in these periods. They started in these times. Not saying you can't start a successful agency at any time, but this is the best time to do it because a lot of the bigger guys may be struggling. That's what I found in the .bomb, and I could actually service the middle market where the bigger companies just went after the bigger guys. And it's just a perfect time to start it. And especially now, like with all the tools we have, and most people don't have offices anymore, like it's crazy.
Right, a great opportunity. I agree. Before COVID hit, we were growing. The agency, we had been steadily growing for years. We had 54 staff, and we had a lot of accounts, and we were doing quite well already. But with COVID, we have expanded probably what would have taken us the next 2 or 3 years. Instead of 54 staff, I got 70 today. We got 25% more accounts on services right now. We have expanded, like we had the ad spend for our e-commerce has doubled from before. I had a client who's one of our big clients. He was spending $150,000 a month in advertising. We're doing $300,000 a month right now in advertising. So there's a lot of opportunities, and I have sit down with people that, Jason, they had great business models before, but they didn't manage to move into the internet on time for this. So they're struggling. There's one particular brand that I manage that these people have a great company. They've been putting their stuff on shopping centers for 15 years, and they have these little centers that have all their clothes, and they sell some really cool stuff, sheepskin and things like that. They've been doing really well. I'm talking about a $10 million a year business that has been very stable, growing for many years. They put little sales armies all over the country, and great model. But guess what? Not going to work anymore. Shopping centers are opening up again. It's not going to be the same. I don't think we're going back. So she sat down in my office several months ago, and she said, look, I'm here because I have been smart enough that I have handled our finances well. And I can afford services from companies like yours. If it wasn't for that, I would be probably declaring bankruptcy, and that would be the end of it because my business has completely shut down and I cannot operate anymore. And I don't know when this is going to change, but because I've been smart with my finances, here you go, I can hire you. Here's your retainer, let's go. And we transitioned her over to the internet, and this company is doing fantastic right now with online sales and building their own Shopify store and transition. So there's a lot of these companies that have transitioned over to the online world that, or they have no choice. I always, I've done webinars that I talk about data, Jason, that for example, I'm a social media guy, so I look at that data. So as of 2019, there were only about 5% of businesses that had gone deep in social media advertising. And a lot of these, they don't even know what they're doing. So worldwide, there's hundreds of millions of businesses looking for marketing advice and help that otherwise they don't make it, not in a COVID-19 environment. So like Jason says, to his point, this is a golden opportunity.